Hey, what's happening, gamers? I'm K-Wing, and today it's time for Fight 3 of Injustice Gods Among Us Battle Arena. Don't forget to cast your votes on dccomics.injustice.com. In our last episode, Joker, Lex, Flash, and Shazam faced off, and the Joker came on top. His madness just proved too much for the superpowered suit of Lex Luthor. And Billy Batson's inexperience was no match for the Flash's lightspeed strikes. Told you so. In today's bout, the Emerald Knight versus Solomon Grundy, born on a Monday, and well, you know the rest. Followed by the King of Atlantis and Cyborg, one of the original founders of the new Teen Titans. First up, the Green Lantern, aka Hal Jordan, is a member of the intergalactic police force known to one and all as the Green Lanterns. Hal is responsible for Sector 2814 and is the most powerful Lantern to ever live. Well, pre-New 52 anyway. Hal's powers come from his ring given to him by Abin Sur. Jordan has a complete mastery of this ring, which allows him to fly, travel through space, shoot lasers, and create any constructs his mind can think of. However, Hal's greatest weapon is his indomitable will, the strongest in the universe. His sheer willpower is only limited by his imagination. He's also the only Lantern to ever overcome fear's grasp, and has wielded all 7 Lantern power rings in order to save the whole universe. But that isn't to say he doesn't have any weaknesses. Hal's ring relies on a power battery and must be recharged daily. Jordan also deals with some depression and commitment issues. His opponent, on the other hand, Solomon Grundy, doesn't really need to worry about that because, well, he's an immortal zombie. Who's gonna date him, right? Born from the Slaughter Swamp, Grundy was originally introduced as a supervillain for the Golden Age Green Lantern, Alan Scott, but has since been a pain for Superman and even written into Batman's Rogue Gallery too. In fact, in Batman Beyond, Grundy is a crime boss called Mr. Stone. Over the years, his portrayal has changed a lot. In fact, some depictions had Solomon with a childlike quality to him. Others, well, he was a thug for hire. As for his powers, well, in Injustice, he has a bunch of weapons sticking out of his body they can use to layeth the smackdown. Aside from that, he's impervious to pain. Well, he is a zombie. He has super strength and can't be killed. Well, that is unless he's propelled into the sun like he was in Blackest Night. As far as him going up against the near godlike Hal Jordan, Grundy is gonna be toast. All Hal needs to do is create an escalator using his ring and send Grundy into orbit, where he would float around in space for an eternity. My winner is the Green Lantern.
Round 2. Fight!
Orin Arthur Curry, aka AquaMan, has gotten a really bad rep thanks to his limitations seen in the Super Friends. Arthur is not only king of Atlantis, but the ruler of the entire ocean. Only way you're beating this guy is in a desert, folks. Aquaman's powers are also at their peak when he's under the water, but even on land, his abilities are 150 times a normal human's. This includes all his senses and his super strength. While not super strong like Captain Marvel per se, on the surface, Aquaman can overcome anything but steel enforced barriers. He can also lift up to 60 tons. Under the ocean, however, his max strength can't be measured and is as yet unknown. During the earthquake in Sub Diego, Orin lifted an entire city block weighing at over 300 tons like it was nothing. His other powers are that of marine telepathy, which, yeah, is how he talks to fish. But did you know his telepathic abilities work with aliens and reading men's minds? He can also swim at a constant speed of 150 knots and sprint at 10,000 feet per second. So that's roughly 2 times the speed of sound, which would be around 6,800 miles per hour. Aquaman can also use magic too. As for weaknesses, well, Aquaman has an outrageous ego. He can't survive out of water for less than 24 hours, and he's an eco-terrorist, even when he was a founding member of the Justice League. The guy has some serious anger and trust issues too. His opponent is fellow Justice Leaguer, Cyborg. Now, Victor Stone was originally a founder of the new Teen Titans in the 80s and a good friend of Dick Grayson. In the New 52, however, he's responsible for the Justice League's creation due to an invasion from Darkseid. Before his accident, Stone was a rising football star with a college scholarship. After an explosion at Star Labs, his father transformed him into the human Cyborg. In terms of powers and abilities, his senses are 10 times that of a normal human's, and his super strength limits is at about 30 tons. Plus, due to all the enhancements his body went through, his IQ is second to that of Batman's on the Justice League. He can also fly using jet boots and can teleport using boom tube technology. Although it's a bit buggy sometimes, and there's a 1 in 1,000 chance he could end up transported to Apocalypse, where Darkseid's waiting to say hi. Lastly, Victor has his Booyah Cannon, aka the White Sound Blaster, which on max is powerful enough to vaporize Darkseid's foot soldiers, these flying rat things. As for weaknesses, like most electronics, water is something Cyborg should avoid. In the Teen Titans animated series, it would zap his strength and weigh him down to the point where he would almost drown. Victor also tends to doubt his own abilities because he's half machine. Should any heavy hitter on the league go rogue, even with Victor's exceptional abilities, he's no match for an enraged Aquaman, I'll tell you that much. And there you have it, folks. That's my selections. What's yours? Head on over to dccomics.injustice.com to cast your vote on who would win in this battle. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll be back next week with your 4th Battle Arena video. Until next time, let your voice be heard. Go vote now.